Hey guys, Tammy Anderson Ward here, conference producer for the Energy Healing Conference. And I'm so excited to be spotlighting one of our awesome speakers today, the amazing Justin Morris, who has spoken with us before, but I don't believe he's been at our Ogden venue before. So I'm excited to have him meet quite a few of you that maybe you haven't had a chance to meet him. If you're coming to the conference, go ahead and comment below. Let us know that you're coming, or go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or a heart just to send some support and love our way, even if you're not able to attend live this time, but you'd like to learn about this awesome speaker, Justin. I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about him before we bring him on. He's going to be doing a sneak peek preview, and you guys can learn a little bit about what he has. Justin Morris is the creator of the Color Alignment Protocol, which is a groundbreaking energy alignment modality which utilizes the energy of color. And obviously, I love color. All of my personal stuff is like hot pink everywhere you go. So I love that too. In fact, I looked in my closet. I'm like, what am I going to wear today? I'm like, hot pink, of course. I love it. Okay, so he has used color to create physical spaces of healing for the last 20 years as a professional interior designer. Justin has taken his lifelong study of color psychology and intuitive gift for seeing the colors attached to a person's soul and use them as a guide to get to the core issues they are facing. As a mentor, energy worker, and award-winning keynote presenter, he teaches others to be the designer of their own lives. His class is called Hidden Manifesting Messages of Color. So if you've ever been interested in color therapy or color healing, different things like this, or you just know that they impact you in different ways, if this is something that's intriguing to you, make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to bring him on in just a minute. This class is called, again, Hidden Manifesting Messages of Color, and this is the class description for it. Manifestation is more than just believing, putting an image on a vision board, or even just sending it out into the universe. There is an equation for creation and a prescription for predicting the life of your design. This class offers an iterative 7-phase process to ignite your power of manifestation. And I am going to go ahead and drop the link for the other speakers as well, straight here into the comments so that you can find out more about him and the other speakers as well. But without further ado, let's go ahead and bring him right onto the screen. How are you, my friend?
Hi, Tammy. Hello, friends who are on the call today. It's so much fun to be here. It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you back. This is going to be fantastic. So I would love to hear a little bit more about how you got into this and also why you chose this particular class title and description. And then I'm just going to turn the time over to you to just teach from your heart and soul because I know it's what you do best. And we also have a free PDF that you've generously given for everyone. So I'll go ahead and put that down in the comments as well. All right. Thanks so much for being here. And I will turn the time over to you.
Awesome. Thanks, Tammy. Well, great. Hello, friends. I am so happy to be here as well. And Tammy asked just to give you a brief overview of why I'm here, why I do what I do, and why I chose the class the title of the class that I chose. So as she mentioned in my bio, I have been a student of color for many, many years, 20 plus years. But really, it goes beyond that because ever since I was a little boy, I saw color in a very, very unique way. In fact, when I was 4, I remember being outside with my family, and we lived in Idaho, and there was this amazing Idaho sunset. And if there's anybody on the call here that lives in Idaho or who has been to Idaho, you understand what I mean by those hazy fall Idaho sunsets where the crops are being harvested, and you see that dust kind of flying in the air, and then the sun starts setting, and it's just the most beautiful, vivid, picturesque view of a sunset that it just burned in my memory and into my soul. And we were all outside I was just a little 4-year-old boy, and my mom, um, who I had just discovered actually wasn't my mother, just a few weeks earlier. She was actually my aunt. She had me crawl on her lap, and she whispered in my ear, and she whispered and she said, "Junkster," because that's what she called me. She said, "Junkster, I want you to know that your mom is an angel in heaven, and she's painting these sunsets for you." I tell you what, friends, that there was something that was born that day. It was a gift that even though she wasn't my birth mother, it was the best gift that a mother could have given her son, and that was a connection to a gift that I would be using for the rest of my life. Instantly, in that moment, when she said those words, those vivid reds and those vibrant oranges connected me to her as my guiding mother in this life, and my mother who had already passed away and was an angel. Those transcendent indigos and violets connected me to the divine, not only beyond but also the divine within me. I never can express how grateful I am to this woman who unfortunately earlier this year, just a few months ago, also passed on herself. And but I ever since that moment, I have seen color in a very unique way. And when I would enter certain situations or events or meet certain people, I would see color. And color for me became a natural part of the way I viewed the world. And I remember walking into my very, very first day of college. And I went to my color psychology class and sat down. And the minute my professor started to speak, my jaw just dropped to the floor because I suddenly realized that everything that I had been seeing for years actually had meaning. And so then I really began to just pour myself into my studies of color and what it meant, what color could do for the human, what it could do for the environments and the atmospheres that we create for ourselves. And as I entered the field of interior design, which I have been a part of for over 20 years as a professional interior designer, I have used this aspect, this element of color, this element of design called color to help companies and individuals feel more efficient or more safe or have the power to heal themselves more efficiently, to be more to help the employees of a company to feel like they were supported. There are so many amazing things that we can create just by the intentional use of color. And now let's fast forward. I didn't really mention what happened after my mother had passed away, but really what happened was both of my parents died when I was just a little boy. And so consequently, throughout the next 2 decades of my life, 3 decades of my life, I moved around from family to family, and not all of those homes were filled with love, and lots of it was created or ruled with an iron fist, if we could say that. And so it required in my adult life some intense healing. So not only was I on this path of understanding how color could affect my world and my career, but I was on this intense healing journey, so that I could be the best husband and father that I desired to be. So of course, I embarked on this quest of meeting amazing people and therapists and mentors and coaches that taught me so many beautiful things, to the point where I was able to now turn around and help others. So I began about 10, actually 15 years ago, to start coaching myself and helping others along the way. And I soon realized that the same colors that I viewed as I was designing interiors of homes and businesses also was coming into play as I was coaching individuals. So as I was coaching them, I was really able to understand the root cause of what they were suffering as they spoke to me, using those messages of color that I received through color and helping them to get to the root of their problems and their challenges that they were facing. Not only the root, but also having some amazing tools that they could follow it from then on that would help support them in that area that they were challenged in. So I don't know about you. Now Tommy asked me to share a bit about why I chose this particular class to teach. I don't know about you. Maybe you're the same as me. Maybe you're not. But I remember going to events in the past and talking about vision boards and manifestation and creation, the power that we all have as individuals to create our lives intentionally. And I remember thinking, oh, this is good stuff. This is really good stuff. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. And I heard stories of people putting a picture on their vision board, and within a week it came off because they achieved it. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I have amazing things I want to create. So I remember putting up things on my vision board, and I did exactly what they told me to do. I stood in front of it morning and night and imagined myself having that thing in my life, and even my posture and my thought processes, everything. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and nothing happened. And so those doubts began to creep into my mind. Maybe I'm broken. Maybe I don't understand creation. Maybe I'm just not meant to have what I desire. Or maybe it's not something that I should want or should have right now, even though in my mind I'm thinking, these are amazing things. These could not only help me, but they could also bless my family and all of the people that I come in contact with. These were not just selfish desires that I had on my vision board, but yet those thoughts kept coming. Maybe you're not good enough. Maybe you're broken. Maybe manifestation isn't for you. And I would like to know if there's any friends on this call that actually have felt or seen the same thing or have had the same thoughts in their own life. And if so, oh my gosh, join the club. So then here I am, several years ago, wanting to really understand manifestation. I even remember reading the Secret, and such a good book, and it really inspired me. Letting things go and letting your desire and your goals, just setting them out to the universe, and that the universe will respond. And I just felt like there was a missing link. Well, my friends, that is why I have chosen to teach this class, because I do know that there are some of you out there who have this gift to put something on your vision board and then pull it right off. And I also know that there are those of us who perhaps need a bit more visual concepts on what that looks like. And so that's why I'm teaching this class. For the past several years, I've been studying color and how color affects our ability to manifest and create. Now, I need you to understand that I have been in the business of creation for many, many years, taking something from a concept that someone dreams up in their mind, and then bringing it into reality as a physical space. I have designed everything from hotels, casinos, restaurants, racetracks, stadiums, temples for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, homes, you name it. I have created interiors from a concept into reality for many, many years. And what I am finding is that the concepts of creation to bring a building or a home from a concept to reality is the same as bringing our goals, our dreams, and our desires from concept and into reality. And there is a process. And the really cool thing is that those of you who have this amazing gift of manifestation will understand and relate to this as well. You will understand with a more clear perspective as to why you are able to create so clearly and manifest so quickly. And for those of us who need a little bit more of a visual on what this looks like, this will open your eyes to see how to make this possible. So I'm going to give you a preview to how color can affect manifestation. And I'm just going to pray that when I share my screen, that everything will work great, because we didn't test this before. So let me get here real fast. And window, entire screen. I might have to do it that because my windows aren't showing my slides. Actually, here we go. Here we go. Got it. I got it.
Yeah, once you get it there, then I just have to approve it. There you go. Perfect.
All right. Perfect. Okay. Well, so here's what we're going to do. So those of you who are on the call, I'm actually going to I'm going to scoot past a couple of these. Well, we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead and move through these. So before I give you this preview, I'm hoping to help you to understand how color can actually affect us, because I think that's a really good basis of understanding. And first of all, color affects us psychologically. It affects our brains. It affects us emotionally with our feelings. It affects us physiologically. So this is how we physically respond, why we salivate, why our heart races, why we sweat. And it also affects us spiritually. So in order to look at color, we can't just look at one thing. We really need to look at the chakra system, and we also need to look at modern color psychology, because the reality is they were both started roughly at the same times, but just in different cultures. Obviously, with the chakra system, we're talking the Hindu culture, where they really were studying the idea of color and how it affects the soul. And consequently, roughly at the same time, the early Egyptians were studying color psychology by placing people with different ailments into solariums of different colors to see how they could help heal these people with simply colored light. So we can't talk about modern color psychology without talking about both of them. So really, the chakra system informs color psychology. So now I want to talk about manifestation, because really what this takes is balance. Balance is found, well, it's really stability found at the center of acceptance. And acceptance equals neutrality. So in order for us to actually manifest what we desire, we actually need to have balance. But balance in what? We've heard that term before. Oh, I feel imbalanced, or I need more balance in my life. But the reality is there are 7 basic areas of our soul that need balancing. And so when we are desiring to manifest something into our life, I like to say we need to zip up our energy centers of our soul. We need to balance them up, bring them into alignment. It's like you're taking 2 sides of a jacket, putting them in the zipper, and zip them up in order for us to have that balance in our life. And when we find that stability found at the center of acceptance, that there's this magic feeling called neutrality, meaning the triggers aren't there, and the happiness, the super duper exuberant excitement isn't there either. There's just this very neutral state. So neutrality is the basic foundation of sustainable change. So for example, if you are struggling with imbalance in your life, maybe there's a challenge, maybe there's a relationship that's out of balance, or maybe you're finding yourself constantly in a state of fear. Or you're triggered by a certain person or relationship in your life. When we find that neutral state, it's this magic feeling of loving what is, finding joy in the now. And when we're there, we're able to step off the emotional roller coaster that we're currently on and actually create change in our life. To hear someone tell you in the midst of anxiety or depression to simply change your thoughts is not only insensitive, but it's not possible. I'm going to perhaps not be popular in this opinion, but I have felt it, seen it, tasted it in my own life, that when someone tells me in my state of exhaustion or anxiety or depression to simply change my thoughts, that I have the power to choose my thoughts, I want to have them all come a little closer and then slap them in the face, because I am not in a state to choose. My choice already happened the moment I chose in to the negative thoughts that carried me to anxiety. And now it's time for me to step off that emotional roller coaster, love what is, and onto stable ground. That is when I can then make a choice. So instead of seeking to tell ourselves or shame ourselves that I can't change my thought process, I'm in this downward spiral, I'm in this anxious mess, I can't move, I can't change. Instead, seek for neutrality, seek for stable ground, feel the feels, give permit yourself permission to be a human being. Give yourself the grace to feel human emotion. Find the gratitude and the joy of the now. And once you're able to see that it's okay that sometimes you struggle, and it's okay that sometimes you feel anxious or depressed, and that's part of life, that is just this little taste of neutrality. That is when sustainable change is possible. Because once you're in that state of neutrality, then you can say, I can either choose back into that emotion, or I can choose a different response now. But not until you step off that emotional roller coaster. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a set of 7 different slides. And what I want you to do is to take note. Which one just makes your heart sing? I'm just going to take you through slowly. Okay, so my question is, which one did your eye or your soul just sing when you saw them? Now, I'm not sure I can see comments. So, Tammy, maybe you can help me out here. Let me see if I can pop this open. I don't know if there's anyone on that is able to share what color or which image their eyes gravitated to, or which one really made their heart sing. And the reason I did this is because it's actually a very, very keen clue on where we begin normally in the process of manifestation. Because the reality is, to manifest requires us to have balance, acceptance, and neutrality. Balance in all 7 areas of our life. To create manifestation requires us to have systems, to be connected not only to our goals, dreams, and desires, but also to the resources, to act, to create action steps, to have balance, to forgive ourselves, and to give, and to be open to the give and receive cycle, and to declare what we desire by telling others what we are wanting to achieve, and also having true self-integrity of where we currently are in our growth process. And then visualizing, being able to see beyond what we currently have in front of us, to activate our intuition, our imagination, and to be inspired. And finally, to engage our angels, to express gratitude, to have humility, and to let go of our goals, dreams, and desires. And that's what the magic is when we send it out to the universe. So those of you who have the gift of just putting something up there on your vision board and receiving what you put up there, oh my friends, you have this gift of intuitively already connecting all the dots. But for those of us who struggle, I'm going to be talking about this manifestation cycle, but it goes so deep. I can't wait to share with you actually what that looks like, because those slides that I sent you through, they're indicative of perhaps a part of your personality. And not everybody starts in the same place on this cycle. we start in the way we lead with our life. Many of you lead with your heart. And so those goals, dreams, and desires manifest themselves with emotion. Some of you lead with inspiration and ideas and innovation. So those ideas, those goals, dreams, and desires come in the form, or they begin in the form of ideas or like these very vivid dreams. And so not everybody is starting on this manifestation cycle at the same time. However, in order to actually achieve what we desire requires balance and systems and tools to help us to zip up all 7 of those areas of our life until we can ultimately achieve what we desire. Now, I'm just going to give you just an idea. After testing this idea for several years, I manifested $130,000 just by using this cycle. Now, was it magic? No. Was it free? No. Meaning I just said, oh, I'm going to do this. No, it required some intention on my part. So I can't wait to share with you this amazing cycle and what it looks like for you. So I'm open to questions. I'm open to thoughts, but to kind of give you a free gift, actually, Tammy has a link that she will be sharing in the comments that is for a free PDF chart that will help you to feel balanced in every color of your life, red through violet. There are actually affirmations for each one, tools for each one, activities that you can do for each one, foods you can eat, oils you can put on your body or diffuse. Gosh, so many other cool things that you can do by just looking at this chart. That is yours for free. And I hope I see some new friends at this class. I will be teaching on at 5 o'clock in room 101, I believe. And I would love to see you there. You can connect with me on Facebook, JM Spectrum, or just search my name, Justin Morris. You can also find me on my website, jmspectrum.com. And you can also email me at lifelightmentoring@gmail.com. I so look forward to seeing you new friends and can't wait to share some of these hidden messages, these hidden manifestation messages of color. So thank you, Tammy.
Oh, that was awesome. I loved how you described the sunset too. That was like my favorite. That was so cool. I learned so much about you that I didn't know before in just this brief time today. So that was really cool as well. One more time, give me your website. Would like to go ahead and put that up there.
Yeah, sure. It's jmspectrum.com.
Okay, awesome. All right. And if people go to your website, what kind of things are they going to find?
So they'll find some basic information about my services, about color in general, also classes that I'm teaching, groups that I'm leading, upcoming events. So yeah, they can also schedule on my calendar, also from my website.
Awesome. Okay. Well, that's so beautiful. You guys can tell why I am so excited to have Justin come to our conference. This is so exciting. I also want to just encourage you, for those of you who have teens that have just felt something like there's a gap there with the manifestation, to bring them as well, because he's not just a dad, like he knows how to connect with the youth as well. So definitely feel free to bring them, because, sometimes it's really cool to be able to do something like that with your teens, right?
Oh, yeah, I agree. Good idea. I love that.
Yeah, I just like, when I think of you, I think of, because you have such an ability to just connect with people of all ages. And I just think you're awesome. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. For those of you who are in the VIP, we'll see you tonight. Thank you again for joining us, Justin. You're so awesome.
Thank you, Tammy. Thanks, friends.
Yep. See you later. For those of you who are going to be joining us tonight for the VIP, we have quite a crowd that's coming for the VIP tonight. That is going to be at the Hilton Garden Inn from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Please drive carefully. Looks like we might have a little bit of snow in the forecast. We're not canceling the event, of course, but but use your best judgment. And if you can, just please drive safely, and good vibes to everyone out there on the roads. For those of you who are VIPs who cannot come tonight, just make sure when you go to the registration in the morning, we do have a separate line for you so that you can get checked in a little bit easier, and you'll be able to pick up your swag bags in the morning as well. Speakers and vendors are also all invited to that beautiful meet and greet mingle tonight. So anyway, we're so excited. We'll see you guys at the conference. Does anybody else have any other questions about where to park or where to go or anything like that? Our vendors do start at 8 a.m. and they go until 7 p.m. that night. If you have not yet seen a copy of our updated final schedule, you can find that both on our Facebook page, and you can also find that right on our website, energyhealingconference.com. I'm like, what is my website? As far as parking, we do actually have arranged covered parking that is right next to the conference center there in Ogden. It is $6 if you get in before 10 or $7 after that. And then, it's there for you and it's easy. We also have arranged for healthy concessions to be on site. And they are affordable. I looked at the price list before I approved that, and it's all set to go that way. You don't have to leave. If you need a snack while you're there, it's all there for you. I do recommend that when you very first get there, especially if you're getting there early, go sign up for some of the services that are there, because this is such a self-care experience and opportunity for people too. I know that the Lumaceutical Light Therapy booth offers complimentary light therapy throughout the day. There's another booth named Mike Shirtliff, and he's going to have a free meditation. It's a virtual reality meditation that you can also go and participate in. And we also have Midge is going to be offering free light patches. It's biomodulation. So if you're interested in picking up some of the extra goodies that people are offering, those are a few that I know about. There's also some really beautiful crystal shopping, a wide array of crystals that you can go and take a look at. Let's see, what else did I want to make sure I mentioned? There's so many fun things on the schedule. For those of you who are business owners, you'll want to make sure that you check out the business track, which is the fourth column on the schedule. It's all designed to support people who are in business, especially in this industry, but will help benefit lots. Let's see, I'm so excited. I'm teaching 2 classes as well. I have one class where I'll be teaching crystals, how to use crystals, the basics for beginners. So that's going to be happening. And I'm also going to be doing another class that is an overview of energy healing. So basically, if you don't know what energy healing is, or you're just getting started, you're kind of in that 0 to 3 years space, you'll want to come and check it out. So this is going to be an awesome conference. I have people say, what if I can only come for a few hours? Hey, yeah, you can still come. There's nothing that says you have to be here from this time to this time. We're not like going to force anyone to do anything they don't want to do. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. You'll find people are very friendly and excited to connect with you. If you have been before, please feel free to comment down in the comments. Let us know maybe a tip or two that you would suggest to someone who hasn't been before. Or if you have been before and you have a favorite booth, please feel free to give them a shout out. Same thing with the classes. Justin, who just spoke with us today, he will also be having a vendor space there. So you can go and check him out and connect with him there. He's so fun to talk to. And I'm excited for all of the speakers and all of the vendors. We have people that are traveling in from a myriad of different states: Arizona, Washington, California. Let's see, am I missing some? Oh yeah, Idaho, and seems like there's Montana. There's quite a few states. I can't remember them all. There's quite a few though. So we're very excited. It's going to be such a great treat. I've had quite a few people say, I'm so glad that you are doing this in January. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, yeah, we used to do the homeschool conference this weekend every year for years. And we had 2 feet of snow dump on us that morning, some years, and we still had 2,200 people, 2,500 people show up for that very special day. So I'm excited. I know that some of you are like, the snow's not going to keep me away. I know, me either. It's not going to keep me away either. But just drive safe so that we know that you can all arrive safely, and sending out good vibes to everyone, whether you can attend or not. We're so excited for this beautiful opportunity. Okay, you guys, we'll see you there. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Justin, also for your highlight today. Appreciate you.